What's up, everyone? This is John, the Average Gamer, and here is the view for Mafia 3. Well, first off, let's talk about all the good shit that the Mafia series started, and then talk about the third one. Now, I like the Mafia series, and most of the time, I actually didn't play part one. Most of the time, I play parts two, and then most of the time, I play part three. I say most of the time because I am, yes, say, in a mixed bag with the approach of part three and how the gameplay works and the graphics and all that stuff. So just talk about the good things first. So with all the Mafia games, that you start with a simple backstory. It's always the same. It's generic. Either revenge, money, or just a plot to move it forward. Now, for me, I'm a favorite in Mafia 2 because of the settings, the story, and all that stuff. And with the Mafia series, it has strong stories. And with all that, including part 3 and part 2 and part 1, that it's a setting on an open world, usually a fictionalization of major cities or towns or states. But this one's set in Louisiana. Actually, is they call it Louisiana, the South. Same thing. It's everything's actually the real world setting. Unless part two is a fictional city, but it still counts as New York. Now, I'm a big fan of how the setting is going in this one because it sets in the 1968, when the time of race and between the civil not the Civil War, sorry, race between blacks and whites, and also the fact that it's also a big influence of Vietnam, and plus that shows your character Lincoln Clay, sorry, comes out too. Now his story continues from there. Now I like Lincoln Clay because he's a mixed bag. He's not like Vito, who actually, you know what? He is just like Vito in a way. Except, besides all that family stuff that he's have his baggage on, it does set in a gorgeous setting as, his family was taken away and his redemption and revenge and all that plot that pushed forwards from most of the games that you played. Now, I like Lincoln Clay because he's a guy who is mixed. He is mixed just like myself, who is Dominican and he's white. But I'm mixed with Dominican and Puerto Rican, so a little insight for you guys. Now, he is torn between, either, revenge or walking away. Now, he's a savage guy, and I think the guys actually fits in the category of this setting and gives him the right to do the stuff that he does. Now, let's talk about the bad. Now, oh boy, the game is not perfect. The gameplay it's a mixed bag. It's fun but repetitive in a way, just like part two. It's the same way, but I have my problems with the gameplay itself. Now, a couple times I actually have footage that the game clips. I mean, it clips real bad. The graphic clips, the shattering. You could see characters clipping. You could see, vehicles clipping. You could literally see everything in the world, kind of like falling apart a little bit. Not much like it's gonna break the game, but it could break the game if the graphics is not booted in that section well enough. Half the time that when I was playing, my mission stats didn't continue because the game just kind of bugged out on me. It didn't want me to push forward from the gameplay. It kind of, fell apart. I had to reset it. It happened to me twice. I think some curves here and there was cut because the graphics on the rain sucked. It's not great. The the cover system was not that great either. It's 2016 right now, and this game plays like a PlayStation 3. The game is kind of old school look of graphics. It's dated as hell. Some parts looks great, some parts don't. But I kind of feel this game is kind of just pushing away from what it was shown at E3 last year, and a couple of video clips here and there. But overall, it plays fine. The actions is fine. I have no problems with the shooting mechanics and the driving mechanics, except half the time the game, does its curve and it gives you this, it flips out on you and gives you the middle fingers like, no, play it this way. So the driving in the car sometimes does ends up being mind controlled. It's like you feel like you're driving it and then it just does something else. So driving is a mixed bag there too. Stealth mechanics is there. It's way too easy. Stealth mechanics are way too easy. I believe that I play the game faster and easier when I'm stealthing, and it's way too easy. The AIs are terrible. I'm saying this for the fact that I killed a guy right in front of the other guy, and he just kept on walking. He didn't see it, and I have video clips on that too. And it's crazy. The game doesn't play as it was shown at E3. I believe that the game was too big an ambition for the graphics in this time. It's kind of weird that Uncharted looks better than this game, and the fact that this game was development almost the same timeline of Uncharted. It's just, I don't know. It's just like Assassin's Creed kind of graphics. It's like it's very floaty. It's floaty, and it just feels like the game doesn't want to continue on that route of being a good game. Plus the display, it's just too much. It shows everything too much. It's that the display is showing you everything, that the radar, the mission, and the rear lights, the mirror, sorry, and it shows you too much. I like the display of Mafia 2. It's clean, simple, just everything feels like it's just there. It's just shoved in your face. I try and find a menu to clean it out. Can't. Even the menu, it's a mess. That even doing simple settings you can't do. And that's the thing that this kind, could be fixed if they wanted to. I just think that the fact that I'm saying a lot. I gotta stop that. The fact that Hangar 13 is the same guy who directed Star Wars Unleashed 1 and 2. Now the guy Dennis Blackman, he could do the job just fine. He is a great director. He's a game developer. I feel like he is too ambitious with this game. He's a big fan. He's a big fan of the game. They did a good job with it. He did a good job with it. No, and his name's Hayden Blackman. Not Dennis, sorry. That he did a great job with the game. It's fantastic. In the future, they're gonna do maybe a better game, maybe a better engine with it. It's a solid gameplay, solid story. So they have a future, definitely with Hangar 13, and hopefully that whatever it is in the future, they would do good. So this is John, the Average Gamer, and I see you guys next time. All right, take care.